In the quiet, dusty town of Mabale, there was a man known by all, Otoling the butcher. He was a quiet figure, always seen in his blood-stained apron, always smiling faintly behind his wooden stall in the market. What made Otoling special was his meat. It was different, tender, software. No one had ever tasted anything like it. By dawn, people were already queuing at his stall. Some came as early as 6 in the morning with empty pots and woven baskets, eager not to miss out. The meat required no struggle to chew, no hours in boiling pots. It cooked fast and tasted rich. Too rich, some would later say. When asked where he got such meat, Otoling simply answered, "Cow. Just cow." His most loyal customer was Miss Joyce, a lively woman with a round face and a loud laugh. She never missed a day without buying from him, but not everyone was convinced. Strange things had begun to happen. People had started to disappear. First a drunkard, then a carpenter, then a young student returning from school, vanished without trace. Whispers drifted like smoke through Mabale, but no one dared connect the disappearances to Otoling. He was too kind, too useful, too quiet. One day a visitor arrived from the neighboring town of Kachanga. Mr. Ojok, a seasoned butcher and cousin to Miss Joyce, came for a short visit. That evening, Miss Joyce served him a generous plate of Otoling's meat. Ojok took a bite, paused, then frowned. "This," he said slowly, "is not cow meat." Miss Joyce waved him off. "Of course it is." "Don't start, Ojok." But he said no more. The doubt was planted. There was another observer, one whom many overlooked. A 13-year-old girl named Ashen, who helped her grandmother sell bananas near Otoling's stall. She was small but sharp, and she had a curious mind. She had noticed strange things, sacks being delivered late at night, and once the heel of a man's shoe poking out of a bloody sack. She tried to tell others, but they dismissed her. "Childish imagination," they said. Then came the day that changed everything. Okarut, a local charcoal seller, stopped by to collect an empty sack he had previously lent Otoling. The butcher, busy slicing meat for a waiting line, handed over a sack from the corner without checking. Okarut tossed the sack on his back and began his walk home. But the sun was hot and his legs were tired. He stopped to rest under the old orange tree by the roadside. A breeze passed. The sack rolled over. And then a head rolled out, a human head. Okarut screamed so loud that birds scattered from the branches. He picked up the sack, trembling, and ran back to Otoling's stall. His heart thundered in his chest. "What did you give me, Otoling?" he shouted. "I gave you an empty sack," Otoling replied, calm as ever. "Does this look empty to you?" Okarut yelled, pulling the head from the sack before a crowd of stunned onlookers. Gasps and cries filled the market. The police arrived, but strangely, arrested Okarut for possession of human remains. Still, the silence around Otoling began to crack. His customers dwindled. Only a few remained loyal. Miss Joyce, even she, began to hesitate. But the children of the town, led by youth leader Okori, had had enough. They whispered in corners, gathered quietly, and one night took position in the bushes near Otoling's home. Akin was among them. At midnight, they watched as 2 motorcyclists arrived, headlights off, faces covered. They carried sacks, heavy and dripping, and dropped them off at Otoling's door. Then they sped away into the night. Moments later, Otoling stepped outside, barefoot and shirtless, carrying a long, sharp panga. He opened one of the sacks, reached in, and pulled out the body of a man. Lifeless. Human. Okori gave the signal. They leapt out of the bushes. "Stop right there, Otoling," Okori shouted. "Is that the meat you've been selling us?" Otoling stood still. The moonlight glinted off the blade in his hand. He did not speak. The police came swiftly this time. There was no hiding anymore. Otoling was arrested. Word spread through Mabale like a brush fire. Even Mr. Ojok in Kachanga heard of it. Miss Joyce wept with shame and called him to apologize. Otoling's stall now stands like a tomb, wooden, cracked, abandoned. No one dares go near it. Children spit when they pass, and some claim they still smell blood. As for Achen, she continues to help her grandmother. But now when she speaks, people listen. And in Mabale, no one buys meat without asking twice where it came from. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated.